Hey guys, so welcome to episode 10. Today I decided that I wanted to talk about physical activity. So last week I actually went to the gym twice, and this week I've been lagging because I went to work Monday through Wednesday and had the other days off because I'm going on vacation. And that's actually made it really difficult to go to the gym because, I don't know about you, but whenever I have, a week where I'm taking days off, it's almost impossible for me to fit in any physical exercise because I'm always working really hard at work and I can't take a lunch break. And when I go home, I'm mostly like packing and getting ready for my trip. So it's been really difficult, and I'm trying to find some motivation to go when I come back. And I actually decided that instead of talking about my own motivation, I wanted to just read what the actual health benefits of exercise are to remind myself. So here goes. It's an article that I found off of the Mayo Clinic, and it's actually called The 7 Benefits of Regular Physical Activity. So benefit number 1 they talk about is that it improves your mood. And it's actually something I touched on last week, where, I said whenever I'm going to the gym, I really hate it beforehand, but afterward I feel so amazing and I don't know what to do with that. And it's really hard for me to remind myself how good it feels after, but, it really, really does. And I have to kind of keep that, I think, in the back of my mind or in the front of my mind, that, as much as I might hate the exercise I'm doing or just not enjoy it as much before I go, when I'm doing it and after doing it, I do really feel good. So the other benefit is that it combats chronic disease. That's not really something that I am concerned about right now, but it's definitely something that I'm worried about in the future. I wasn't really one to have a lot of calcium in my diet when I was younger, so I do worry about developing osteoporosis or something like that when I'm older. And I know that regular physical activity will definitely help to keep my muscles strong and make sure that, they're protecting my bones. So, it is something to think about in the long run. Another one, which is definitely the number one thing for me, is that exercise helps you manage your weight. For me, that's definitely the number one motivator for exercising because if you follow my blog, fitflexitarian.com, I'm trying to keep off 100 pounds. And, it's not easy because as healthy as I can eat, and I am making a really, really strong effort to eat much healthier than I used to. I always say that you can lose weight by not exercising, and I pretty much have in the past. But I know that exercising is very, very important in terms of maintaining your weight loss. So that's kind of my main motivator for doing it, for sure. So the other thing is that exercise boosts your energy level, and that's something I felt at work too, where at my old job I actually used to go during lunch. I did it for like almost 2 months, where I would run during lunch or exercise during lunch. And on days that I was really, really tired, I would really not want to go, but when I pushed myself to go, I felt so great and I was so energized and I got so much done in the afternoon that it was almost amazing. I almost want to say I highly recommend that everyone either takes, half an hour before work or half an hour during your lunch break and just go and like run or take a walk outside or, climb some steps or something. It really does improve your mood and just make you so much more energized that, the rest of the day will go by so fast and you'll be so productive, trust me. So number 5 is it actually promotes better sleep. And, they do say that you shouldn't exercise too close to bedtime, but, all of the chemicals in your body, for some reason, it just like makes you sleep better that night. And I definitely have noticed that too, that it just, I don't know, it just helps, I guess because for me, I feel that it's because exercise helps to relax me. It makes me calmer, makes me more focused in my day, that when I come home, I'm just not as stressed because I didn't have a bad end of the workday, and that really does help you get to sleep a little better. So number 6 is that exercise can put the spark back in your sex life. Honestly, that's not something I worry about. I have plenty of spark, but I can definitely see how, because, if you aren't exercising, right? I do have days where I feel kind of shitty about myself. And I know that when I exercise, I feel better, and that's certainly a big component of having a good sex life, is that you got to feel good about yourself, because otherwise, how can you want someone else to feel good with you, you know? And the last thing is that exercise can be fun. Yeah, go figure. I mean, for me, exercise has never been a whole lot of fun, and I don't know if it's just because I'm mostly picking the wrong kinds of exercises. I do find that the kind of exercises that I tend to enjoy are more dance-based, or things like yoga. Like, I have a good friend, Sammy, who's a big runner, and another friend, Jenna, who's actually, they're both training for the New York Marathon, and they both ran other marathons earlier this year. And, you know, they're amazing women, and I have so much respect for them. But I don't like running. I don't know what it is. I mean, I try, and it just, like, it's boring. And I mean, maybe if I was running outside, it would be better, but on the treadmill, I just feel like giving up after a while. You know, I do want to maybe try the Couch to 5K program again. I did it last November, and it worked out okay. You know, I did it for, like, pretty much up until Thanksgiving, so I did it for most of the month of November. I think I got through, like, week 3 or 4 or something, and just, I don't know, after Thanksgiving, going home and all that, it was just tough to keep up. But I mean, in general, when I think of running, it just doesn't make me happy. Whereas if I think of the Zumba class I had, where, you know, my thighs really hurt and I was in pain, but it was so much fun because it was dancing, and it was the kind of dancing I love to do. So, you know, when I think of things like that and yoga, I do realize that exercise can be fun. And for me, I really think that it's the stationary bike or the treadmill or, like, the elliptical. Like, I do like the elliptical, and I like all those things, and I'm okay with them, but the kinds of exercise that I really enjoy tend to be outdoors, which is funny because I was never really much into sports, and I was never an outdoorsy kid. But I mean, maybe that's why in the beginning, you know, as a kid, I was overweight because I wasn't really into the outdoors, and exercising indoors is never fun. So I don't know, but I think the point is that you got to figure out what kind of exercise you enjoy and just do it, because it really is important, you know, for keeping you healthy and maintaining your health, and for all the benefits that I just talked about. So, you know, although I'm going away and I won't be able to really exercise, I mean, I am going to be exercising too, because I'm going to be with friends. We're going to be walking around as much as possible, and we're going to be at the beach, and I'm going to take advantage and swim and play in the water. And you know what? It's not, you know, hard exercise, but it's something, you know, it's still physical activity, and it's going to be good. And I'm really excited, and I'm going to come back and re-energized. And you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to get back to the gym and keep going. So I hope you do too. Thanks for watching.